Hello friends, this is Tracy Brown, your somatic nutrition therapist and attuned eating expert. And kind of going off Monday's video, I was thinking more about a few things I missed, so I'm going to add it in today's. And something that we don't often talk about is boundaries with ourselves. And maybe another word for that is commitment to ourselves. And a lot of you here that I know watch the work I do know that it takes a big commitment to not only maybe seek out help, but also learn how to trust ourselves enough to keep our own word and to not recapitulate the things that were done to us, which means, I really recognize, and let's say that we say we really want to recover, and then there's a part of us that we could tell that's really ambivalent, that's really afraid to let it go, that this doesn't really want to. And that's okay if you're working through that part of your journey. But remember, when we say that, we want a certain thing, there's a level of a boundary around keeping that promise to ourselves, right? And so if you're in that kind of struggle where it's like, part of me wants to get better, but I have a lot of fears, there's a part of me that really gets something out of the restricting, binging, purging, and you haven't quite figured out the function of that, just recognize that maybe your commitment and your boundary with yourself at this time is like, I'm going to be relentless about understanding the function of this so I can learn how to have a choice. Because at the end of the day, this is all work anyway, right? It's work to maintain behaviors. It's work to stay in diet culture. And it is work, but at least the work that we're doing here produces fruit. There's a level of we get to be more free, get to live out the destinies that were written for us. There's just so much that comes with it. So I want you to think about today. You don't have to put in the comments below, but I would love to hear about this from a bunch of people, is what kind of boundaries do you need to have with yourself? And is that time boundary? Is that like I promised myself I was going to eat between 11 and 12 and you do that? Is it, I know that I told so-and-so that I would meet them for dinner at a certain time, and this is a really hard thing to do for me, but I'm going to anyway. And it's not because we're trying to override every stress, is that we're trying to give ourselves opportunities to trust ourselves and feel what happens after the wave of that was difficult. So put in the comments below some things that maybe feel familiar to you about fully showing up for yourself, and let's encourage each other. If you enjoyed this video, please pass it along to others who could just use some encouragement about this issue today. And until then, I will see you on Friday's video. Bye for now.